way you can tell there was ducks here. Right in the middle there, a large pound of duck fecal matter. Speaking of fecal matter, come this way. Here we have coyote fecal matter. As you can tell by, you can see all sorts of little hairs and stuff in there. That's because they eat animals that have fur. Here we have a giant snail shell, otherwise known as a gastropod, which simply translated means walks on stomach. Something I can't do, though I've tried. And, well, need water to have one of these. Oh, we go that way. Here we have more fecal matter. This probably came from a raccoon. You can see all these little crayfish bits in there. Probably happened was when this started drying up, raccoons came in here and said, oh, free lunch, and there's all these crayfish sitting around. And then the crayfish, or the raccoon, decides to have a movement. And this was probably quite some time ago because there's nothing else of the movement left, just the dried up shells, the exoskeleton of the crayfish. This is not the sturdiest fence. I would not advise just hopping it because you're likely going to catch your clothing on the wire. Now, this is probably a cage for molting waterfowl, because when they molt, you know, you lose a feather on one side, you're off balance, you can't fly. So they can't fly too well, so you can keep them in a little cage like this. But that's just a guess. I don't actually know why this nose is here. There's nothing in it now, except me. I got my clothing caught. Okay, here we have a snail. You've seen a few of these shells laying around. But this one is still in there. You can see right there, that would be his stomach. Gastropod, remember, walks on his stomach. But it's hardened, which is quite unusual for the snail. The snail can actually live in here. The shell, with this little gasket-like covering, will hold water and stuff that will hopefully get the little snail through until the next flooding season. Isn't that cool? Don't you wish you could do that? We'll put him back in his little hole here. Have a good summer, dude. So we're gonna go across to the other side of the peninsula, way to hell down there, and then head back that way. Because we've already been up this side, now we're gonna go down the other side. Da, 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 da. Okay, here we are, in the middle of that field. Kind of hard to tell how far along in the field we are, because I can't see nothing. The ground's all nice and uneven, so it's kind of fun to walk on. It's really hot, as you can probably tell by looking at me. Well, these are cattails. Favorite food of the red-winged blackbird, especially once they dry and they turn into all this nice white fluffy stuff. If you ever want to attract some red-winged blackbirds, that's the stuff to do it. Apart from that, you dry them out. They make great torches. And the best part about them is you can beat people with them. And well, that's about it. Welcome to the cattails.
There they go.
Well, so we have a combination of little sandpipers, some killdeers, a whole buttload of ducks that took off before I got close enough to tell what they were. But maybe, we'll watch the video later, we can figure it out. There you have a piece of wetland and a whole lot of mud. There you go. These boots had never been muddied till today. Not a speck of dirt adorned them. Now, I have to tell you that there's boots under there. Alright, start walking before I get stuck again. Look at that, boys and girls. You remember how muddy these boots were? Hour and a half walk through some heavy cattails that come out pretty damn clean. They were spotless when I got here, mind you. But they had about 3 pounds of mud each when we were in the mud pit there. You can even tell they were feet. Now look at them. I did not clean them. I did not put any water on them. Walked it off. Like Coach says, walk it off. Oh, made it back. We didn't see a great deal of wildlife. Well, actually we saw like quite a bit of waterfowl. We know where it all is now. Problem being, it's surrounded by great wads of mud and reeds, which is pretty tricky to get through. And a lot of the swamp, as you saw, is dried up. So it's all concentrated way in the back corner there. So perhaps we'll come back here in the spring or the fall or something when it's a little easier. Very early spring or fall. And we'll see if we can get some better shots. But we've made it back now. We got to the car. We didn't get a ticket. And now we're gonna head on out of here. Enjoy some air conditioning, go home, get some food.